We have new images of the Avatar live action and we add more details of what we will see in this series. On the other hand, we already have with 90% certainty the date when the second and final trailer will be released. Stay tuned to this video and get ready to get excited because there is nothing left to have with us this adaptation. Today they released 4 new promotional posters for the new adaptation that we will see on the Netflix screen. The images are of Aang, Katara, Zuko, and Sokka. All the images were made for social network format, so their quality is not as good as the shots we have seen previously of other characters, but we can still notice some interesting details in each one. To begin with, the one of Aang shows us once again an air temple, probably the southern one in the background. I say once again, because we had already seen it previously in another poster. We can also see, if I'm not mistaken, his boots with a little more detail and it looks great. By the way, in the last weeks we also met another air nomad, in this case female. Nope, this is not Yangchen but an air nomad that we will probably see in the first minutes of the series during Sozin's attack. Notice that despite being a secondary character, a lot of attention was paid to the costumes and tattoos, which adds points to the level of detail we will see. We had already seen Katara in full body and in the background we can see an igloo of the Southern Water Tribe. We also have a glimpse of the waterbending master, which looks very good. Obviously this is a photo and can change a lot in live, but for my taste it looks pretty good. In Sokka we have a clear look at her boomerang, and clothing in general, and in the background we can see more detail of a house on Kyoshi Island. Perhaps the episode where he meets Suki is one of the moments with more prominence for this character, and that comes out here and not in the South Pole as Katara makes me wonder if we will see the leaked Sokka relationship with you or not at the end of this season. Lastly we have Zuko. This is where we have more details to see. For starters, we have a bit of fire bending, which I think was the element that was seen the most in the trailer, being the water the one we know the least about. Punctually in this picture his scar is much more noticeable unlike other shots. We can also see these protectors on his forearms that look incredibly good. While we had seen them in this image before, I think the work they did on the outfit is great. In the background we can see what looks like the Fire Nation. The architecture we see keeps its Asian style as in the animated series, although the format of the banners changes, and at least in this picture we can't see the Fire Nation logo. The images themselves I liked. I think the lighting they gave to each photo is great and catch the eye. The sunset type tones give the touch. Showrunner Albert Kim shared these pictures on his Twitter account as well as a few hours ago some pictures of the Kabaga merchant cabbages, mentioning that there are less than 5 weeks to go until the series comes out. I know people are waiting to hear and see more. I just know, there will be action, there will be humor and there will be, and the picture of the cabbages. In his account and in interviews he mentioned once again that there will be changes in the adaptation, with comments like Netflix's Avatar, The Last Airbender representará events never before seen in the original series, or Avatar The Last Airbender will be less of an adventure of the week and more of a serialized drama. We all knew there were things we wanted to change, but not just for the sake of change. There had to be a reason for the change. This of course we already knew, but that he mentioned it so much in his last interviews, as well as the actor who will portray Iroh, makes me think that there are really going to be a lot of changes, so fasten your seatbelts and keep this in mind before you start watching it so you don't get any surprises. Lastly, the countdown for the trailer is on its way, and the deadline is January 23rd. We don't know exactly when it will be released, but with a 90% chance it will be Monday, January 22nd or Tuesday 23rd. This is because a video premiere of the live-action cast reacting to the trailer was leaked. The video is scheduled for the 23rd, so it is very likely that it will be released on that day or the day before. We are in the final stretch for the premiere of this series. I will probably make a video with everything you should know before watching the series and some other tidbits preparing for the premiere during the next few weeks. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you expect from this series. We'll see you next week with more videos. Bye.